Hi everyone, welcome back to another Tuesday Steam video. Today we are making catapult. Here we go, we're actually making two different catapults. So there's one, and then we're also making another one here. There's a reason why we're making two, which I'll tell you later. So it's very simple. Catapult was used long time ago, and I'm sure a lot of you know what catapult is. Back in the medieval time, a lot of knights, when they used catapult to take down castle walls, to take down the enemy walls. Obviously, instead of using something light to catapult it across the air, they used giant rocks, they used like hard materials so that it can really knock down the opponent's structure. So we are making two catapult, and making catapult, there is two different type of science aspect that we want to explore together today. One is motion, the projectile of motion, and the other one is called the elastic potential energy. What are those two? So when we are pulling back the catapult, we are actually bending the wooden stick, and we're also bending the elastic. That's the elastic potential energy that are stored within the wooden stick. See how the stick can kind of bend without breaking? So that's the energy that is stored within the actual wooden stick, called the elastic potential energy. The moment that we pull back and we let go, the energy that was stored inside the stick get released, and whatever we put on top of it, so it's a cotton ball or a rock or even a giant a piece of like heavy metal, that object on top of the stick will get released into the air. Then it will be launched as a missile. Then depending on where you aim the catapult, the projectile motion will then move across the air. So it all depends on how flexible the piece of material it is, how flexible it is to bend before breaking. That's how much energy it can store. And the moment you let go, the energy then get released, and then it release and convert it into the energy of motion, which whatever you put on, it swings across the room. So the reason why we're making two different catapults today is you can see that there's a little bit difference. Obviously this one is a lot bigger, but you can see where the catapults start. This one on my left hand starts way at the bottom here, and on my right hand the catapult starts at the top. Now let's look at this one here for a second. The bottle cap that we have here is for whatever object you want to swing across the room. It sits on the bottle cap. When the wooden stick gets bent and then released, the maximum height it can go for this wooden stick is up to here. That means it can't go any further. So it doesn't matter how heavy or what you're swinging across the room. This catapult can only swing object on a vertical high height. So this one will allow the object to swing up and project it into the air, and more so vertical instead of horizontal. So you know how sometimes we can kind of calculate the slope and see where the object lands when you swing it at a certain angle and a certain force. This, however, will only go more up and maybe not less distance, but very high up in the air. Whereas this catapult here, the motion of the catapult can actually go really back. See how back this can go, and the moment you let go, it swings to the front. That means that the force of this catapult is a lot stronger going forward and going horizontal. The other one goes vertical, so it swings up and then maybe less distance and it goes back down. This one, maybe less of the height, but definitely can swing a lot further across the room than the other one. All right, let's take a look at how to make these catapult, and then we can compare using a cotton ball how far these two catapult can swing. First, let's make the smaller one first. What you will need is the following. You will need a bottle cap. Don't worry, I will list all of the materials you need for this project down in the description below. So for this particular catapult, you will need one bottle cap. And you will also need 1, 2, 3, 4 elastic. Relatively long, big elastic will be great. And then, let's see, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You will need 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, you'll need 8 popsicle sticks. I have the bigger popsicle sticks. If you have the smaller one would work. And obviously, you do not need colorful popsicle stick as I have them here. All right, so what you want to do is in the popsicle sticks, you're going to take out 6. We only need 6 for now. So take out 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I have 6 popsicle sticks here, and you're going to combine them. And we're going to fasten it together using elastic bands on both ends. So make sure that they are stacked well together, and you're just going to loop it. Regular looping. Okay, regular looping of the elastic band on both sides. So there's one side, and now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, let me do it slowly. Like so. See how there's 1 and then 2? Now, this is perfect. So put it down, and we're going to take, now you should have 2 popsicle stick remaining. What we're going to do now is we're going to put the 1 single popsicle stick right across the stacked popsicle stick. So now it looks like a cross right in the middle. And we're going to get a elastic, and we're going to cross tie it in the middle so it stays in place. And I'm going to show you how to cross tie it. All right, I'm going to do this very slowly. So once you have, make sure it's right in the middle. We want a very symmetric cross. You're going to take your elastic, which is why I said if you have long and big elastic, it will be great for this. You're going to loop it onto both sides of the elastic, okay? And then you're going to twist it and then go back onto the 2 sides. All right, so now we're here, and then you're going to twist it again, and you're going to go on the other side this time. Okay, like this. And then you're going to do it again one more time. Like this. Now I have a cross right in the middle, and it's firmly secure. All right, perfect. Now, what you're going to have now is a stacked 6 popsicle stick with 1 in the middle, and you're going to make sure that it is right center. So if it's not, then you can kind of move this up and down to kind of get it right in the middle. You're going to take the last popsicle stick, and you're going to attach it at the back like this, and you're going to fasten it together over here using another elastic band. All right, so here we go. This is just simple tying this time, no cross tying, just simple elastic back and forth. Make sure this one is tight too, okay? Make sure all your elastic tying is tight and no loose elastic whatsoever. All right, now you have a simple catapult with the ends tied together like this. All right, we're almost there. One last step is to have to glue your bottle cap. You can either use regular glue. I would not recommend glue stick because it doesn't hold well. You can use white glue, craft glue, or glue gun, which I have here. If you don't have glue gun, you can use regular craft glue, but I would recommend letting it dry completely before you start experimenting, okay? So a little bit of glue stick, and just put it on top of the glue, the bottle cap, and then you're just gonna glue it on the tip of the catapult. Make sure you don't glue it the wrong way. Make sure you don't glue it on this side. This side allows you to sit on the floor or on the table. Okay. Now let it be patient and let it dry completely, because you want to let it dry completely before you experiment it. Now that we are waiting for it to dry, we're gonna make the other catapult. All right, so let me just add an extra glue stick into my glue gun. All right, let's make this big catapult, shall we? While we wait for the other one to dry. First, what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a little bit more popsicle this time, okay? So you will need, I should probably count this before. You need 10 popsicle sticks. Like I said, you do not need colorful popsicle sticks like mine, and you don't need to use these big ones. Small one works just as well. And to be honest, if you have popsicles at home, when you eat them, clean them and leave it to the side, and maybe after 10 popsicles, you can make a catapult, okay? So you're gonna need 10 popsicle stick for this one. In fact, you're gonna need 10 and a half. You're gonna need half of a popsicle stick, because at the bottom of this, the back of this catapult, you actually need half. So 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You need 10 and a half popsicle sticks. You need 1 bottle cap, and you also need 4 elastic for this one. Okay, so first of all, same first step as the other catapult. You're gonna assemble 6 popsicle sticks together, and we are going to tie it together tightly on both ends, just like before. So here I have 6 popsicle sticks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're gonna combine together and tie it together tightly on both ends of the popsicle sticks. All right, make sure to tie it tightly. We don't want any loose elastic tying for any of the catapult. We want the stick to be able to bend, and therefore they have to be held tightly and strong by elastic. All right, so here we go. 6 popsicle sticks stacked together, tied together on both ends with elastic. Now, what you want to do now is take 2 other more popsicle sticks, and we're gonna do a little bit of gluing. Pick one side, it doesn't matter. Pick one side, and you're gonna put glue on here and here, okay? So take some glue, and you're gonna put it over here, and you're gonna put it over here. You're gonna put one over here, and one popsicle stick here. And then let it dry. Okay, be patient. Let it rest on the table and let it dry like so, okay? Once it is dry, and you will be able to tell because you can kind of tug on it, and if it is fully secured, then it is dry. If it's not, let it sit for another few minutes. But once it is dry, you can go ahead and remember what I just taught you about tying an elastic cross tightly. Oh, I did a mistake. All right, rewind that last step. Take off this the side first. Take off the popsicle side. Just rip it off. Yes, we need to tie this first before we put on the legs. Sorry, I apologize for that. All right, we're all learning together. The reason why you have to do this first is because you have to do the cross, and you have to start on one end. If you have the leg already, then you can't. It will be very inconvenient for you. I am so sorry about that. All right, take off the legs, and we're gonna do the cross together now. All right, so put your popsicle stick onto here. So before we were doing cross, but now we're gonna slide it down and near the bottom, and we're gonna cross tie it right here using one elastic band. So let me do it slowly of how to do this. From here, turn it down, turn it sideways a little bit, and we're gonna tie these two together with one loop. So put it in like this, and then twist, and then put it through like that again, and then you're gonna twist, and you're gonna do it this way. This way would be a little bit difficult because now you have the long side, right? This, And you're gonna do that one more time. Oh no, I did it all one side. Oh, that's fine. I'll just use another elastic to hold this together. All right, so instead of using one elastic for this, I used two. So have handy extra elastic with you. All right, so now that this is done, it's fully secure. I can't even move this up and down. Now go ahead and put on glue again. So what I want you to do is stand up. So put this standing up. You want the leg to rest on the opposite side of where the standing up popsicle stick is. So I want my legs to rest on this direction because my popsicle is on this side. I want my legs to rest on this side, so like this. So don't put it on the same angle because that won't work. We need to create legs to stabilize the catapult, so when it is storing up energy to ready to release you know, through the stick, it has a leg to kind of hold itself up. All right, so press it down a little bit. And let it dry. You can put it on the table and let it dry. If you notice that it is not enough glue, you can go ahead and add more glue. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna wait for it to dry first. All right, wait for it to dry, and last but not least, we are going to connect the leg with one extra popsicle stick here. Right over here, and we're gonna glue it from the bottom, okay? From the bottom up. So go ahead and put a little bit of glue stick on, put a little bit of glue on the end of the popsicles. Oops, yeah, there's a little bit of glue, and then just attach it on here. And then you're gonna add a little bit glue on this end, and you're gonna add glue and like this. Now you have a perfect frame to hold up the catapult. All right, we're gonna let it dry for a little bit because I am using glue gun. Remember that I have popsicles, now we're gonna use it. We are going to glue it in the middle of this popsicle, okay? So take a little bit of glue and you're gonna put it right near the end of the popsicle stick, right there. And you're just gonna plop it right in the middle of the last bar of popsicle, right there, and let it dry. Very important to let things dry. All right, I really need to let this dry before I put in the elastic, the last elastic, to make the catapult go down and then swing back up again. This whole motion, it's all possible because of this elastic at the bottom. The moment I pull down, the elastic gets tightened, and the moment I release, the elastic softens and it pulls back and keep the catapult in place. While we wait for the glue to, you know, dry up, we're gonna finish off the catapult with the bottle cap. Same thing as the other catapult, just glue, put some glue on the surface of the bottle cap and glue it down. Make sure that you are gluing on this side, not this side, okay? It won't work if you glue it on this side because that's the wrong way. Make sure you are putting it on the outside. All right. Now, now that we're waiting for the bottle cap to dry, this is how you're going to attach this elastic onto this catapult. All right. First, you are going to put it on the tip of the stick, this popsicle stick that is the actual catapult, the actual swinging popsicle stick. You're going to put an elastic there because there is that little bit that's sticking out. And you're going to swing it around like so, and you're going to put it over here. Like so. Okay? And now we have a catapult. All right, so we're gonna let this dry. And we now have two catapult. We're gonna take a look at the one that we were, taking its time to dry. This is the one that we made the first time, the first catapult, and we're gonna launch it with a cotton ball. Now that you're at home, make sure that you are using something soft, to play with the catapult. If you're outside under adult supervision, you can ask your adult if you can use something stronger. It is totally up to what your adults say, but for now, I am gonna use this squishy cotton ball. All right, I'm gonna put this cotton ball right at the top, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So what I usually do is I get my fingertip and I pull back. I actually hold it here and I pull back the cap and then I let go. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try that again. So if I put it here and maybe I can aim at the camera. This one, like I said, it goes high, really high, but it doesn't go very far in distance. Okay, maybe I'll do it sideways so you can see that it doesn't go very far in distance, but it can go high. Okay, so that's the first catapult. Like I said, because it starts off at the bottom and then when I let go, this is the maximum height. Therefore, it won't go very far because it's not launching very far, but it does launch high up. All right, let's take a look at the second catapult that we made. I'm sure it is dry now. So this one, like I said, it does, this one is powerful because we use two elastic. All right, this one I said before, it does go farther than the first one, but it doesn't go very high up. All right, let's take a look and try this. Again, use something soft, so I'm using a cotton balls. And what I do is I like to, this is how I usually do it. Pull it down. Maybe I'll aim at the camera. Oh, this one is too strong, the elastic. The catapult kind of broke. It's okay. We'll use the other one. All right. Put the cotton ball on top of the bottle cap, and you're gonna pull back, and you're gonna let go. So this one actually goes a lot further. Let me try going it further back. And I don't know if you can hear me, but here we go. Let's try how far this can go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So I want to show you something. All right. So when this actually gets pulled back, instead of the whole thing bending, this little stick here actually bends sideways like this. Do you see that? It bends and then it let go. Bend and then let go. For this one, because I use two elastic on here, it is too strong. It's not allowing it the stick to bend that way. It's a lot harder, so this part kind of snap off. So I hope you guys are able to experiment with this two different type of catapult. Make sure that this part doesn't go too tight. This part, use only one elastic. Don't be like me and snap off the other one. And yeah, have fun with two different type of catapult, and let us know in the comments below which catapult that you enjoy making and which one you prefer more, the one that go higher up in the air or the one that can go further in distance. All right, we will see you again next Tuesday for another STEAM activity video. Bye!